us to be here for our second night of It's a Madhouse. These middle school students have done an amazing, amazing job since September with their teachers. Whether they're part of the cast, whether they're part of the stage crew, they have so rocked this. They've poured their heart and soul into this. We're so glad you're here. So without much further ado, It's a Madhouse.
Can we get started, Ray? I want to know how much we get.
Russell, need I remind you that it took your father 75 years to build the fortune you're so desperate to get your greedy little hands on? Waiting another 5 minutes won't kill you.
No, but I think it killed Grandma. See, she's dead.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Russell, Grandmama isn't dead. She's only sleeping.
I don't hear her snoring.
That's how you know she's sleeping.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Well, I must agree with Russell. Who are we looking for? Who's missing? Everyone's here.
Not everyone.
Who's missing?
Your dear sister, remember her?
Pansy? Oh, please. We don't even know if she's going to show up at all.
Yeah, that's right. She didn't show up for her wedding.
You know, she had a perfectly good reason for that.
Yeah, this is philosophically opposed to marriage.
But I wish she had told her fiance that before they had planned the whole thing.
So is your fiance.
Oh, well, you know, Pansy, she's supposed to make a more dramatic statement that way.
You're right.
Yes, Hudson, can I have a small glass of water with a huge aspirin?
I'm sorry, sir, but we only have the normal size cup.
It was a joke, Hudson.
Oh, a joke. I see. Very amusing, sir.
He never asked me what I wanted.
That's because no one likes you, Russell.
That's not true. A lot of people like me.
Name one.
Someone who likes me. Someone who likes me. Oh, I've got it. Grandma. She likes me very much.
Don't be so sure.
I rest my case.
Would you just stop bickering? I swear, it's like you two never grew up.
Oh, yeah, rubber. Here's glue.
Oh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You wouldn't believe the traffic. It was bumper to bumper the whole way here. And don't even get me started on the weather.
Then don't.
What?
You said you wouldn't tell us, so don't. You tend to run out of your mouth anyway.
Well, that's rather rude.
No, ruder than you making us wait to read the old man's will.
Well, now that we're all here, let's get started, shall we?
I'm bored. Be patient, Abigail. Mother is going to find out how many millions she's going to get, and then we can drive right back to the city and start spending it. Won't that be fun?
What makes you think you're going to get any of Father's money, Pansy? You were barely here when he was alive. What makes you think you're going to get anything when he's dead?
No, very well, I've stayed away. Father and I've never gone along. Why, if I had been here more often, I probably would have killed him. I didn't mean kill. I only meant that my being here would have sent him to an early... You know, I think I'll be quiet now.
Hallelujah.
But you know, at least I made my own way in the world.
I knew she couldn't do it.
The only reason why the rest of you stayed behind was so you could live off of Father's handouts.
There were barely any handouts, Pansy. I negotiated his publishing empire. I booked him on all the talk shows, and I negotiated all his contracts with his publisher. If anyone should get the bulk of his essay, it should be me.
Publishing? Why, that's nothing. Don't forget, I edited every one of Father's books. It was my insightful guidance and my loving attention to detail that allowed him to crank out so many mystery novels over the years.
Well, what about you, Russell? How did you contribute to Father's success?
I emptied his wastebasket once.
That's only because you thought you saw a quarter in the bottom.
What's your point?
No need arguing over how to divide your father's estate. His instructions are right here.
Then read on, McDuff.
Yes, let's hear the good news. All right, here goes. Hobson, you might want to stay here for this. I, Byron G. Pembroke, being of sound mind
That's debatable.
and body, would like to take this opportunity to express my grave disappointment with each of you, the members of my immediate but all too needy family. Not one of you lived up to my admittedly high expectations for you. As you well know, I spared no expense in making sure you received every advantage in life. Fine clothes, travel, the best educations, and what did you do with them? Nothing. I suppose a kinder man might halt there, but I did not get where I am by holding back. Oh no, honesty has always been my hallmark. Therefore, let me lay out in excruciating detail the many ways in which you've disappointed me. There's a statement for each of you.
Well, go on, read them.
Are you sure? They do get rather personal. Yes, of course, you must read them.
Yeah, we're not afraid.
Maybe we should be.
Father was a hard man, but he always knew what he was talking about.
All right, you asked for it. Let me start with Gerald, my firstborn. You were blessed with a sharp mind and an observant eye, always seeing things nobody else saw. You could have been a great scientist or engineer. Instead, you became an accountant, learning how to cook the books so you could steal from me without me finding out. Well, I found out.
Is this true, Gerald?
No, he didn't know what he was talking about.
Judith, my second-born, you were so imaginative with an extensive vocabulary and a wonderful grasp of language. Of all my children, you are most likely to follow in my footsteps. but you were too lazy to write your own books, so you decided to tinker with mine. You drove me half mad with your endless notes. In fact, if it hadn't been for you, I probably could have written another 10 books.
So much for your insightful guidance.
Oh, shut up. Pansy, my third child. Growing up, you were so inquisitive and had a strong sense of fairness. You dreamed of becoming a great lawyer, but you just couldn't hack it. After you failed to get into Harvard, you threw it all away, giving up your passion for justice to become a bubble-headed socialite. What a waste.
Ooh, burn.
Your turn is coming next, little brother.
This leads me to Russell, the youngest. You turned out to be the biggest disappointment of all.
Yeah, I'm number 1.
You always had a restless mind, one that refused to be put in a box. I suppose that might be useful in some fields, but you never even tried to apply yourself. You had no talents, no passion, not even a passing interest in anything. Your life is destined to end in ruin, degradation, and failure. The one bright spot in all of this is that I won't be around to see it.
Ouch.
I've heard worse.
Wait, he didn't mention Grandmama. Of course, the one exception is my mother, your grandmama. She was quite simply the greatest mother a boy could ever have. She made our home a happy one, a place filled with love and laughter. I prefer to leave my entire fortune to her, if she's still alive when my will is read.
Grandma, you still with us? Huh?
Unfortunately, Mother would only divide the estate among the 4 of you when she passes on. She was always too soft-hearted that way. No, I want to make sure that the fortune I spent my entire life building goes to the right person, the person most worthy of receiving it. Therefore, I devised a little puzzle.
A puzzle?
What does he mean, a puzzle? I'm getting to that. I've liquidated my entire fortune and used the proceeds to purchase a single item worth $84 million, which I've hidden somewhere in this house. As I've made clear, none of you truly deserves the fortune I built, but through cleverness and ingenuity, one of you, whether family, friend, or stranger, may manage to find this item, and in doing so, prove yourself more deserving than the rest.
What?
Can I see that?
Well, let me see it.
Sorry, you can't read the will until after probate.
This is ridiculous.
That may be, however, it's also the law.
Are there any clues about the treasure, where it might be located or what form it might take?
No, that's all he wrote.
I'm confused. He said whoever finds it, family, friend, or stranger. What does that
It
mean?
means anyone can inherit your father's fortune. All they must do is find it.
Well, we don't have to worry about any strangers finding it, because there's only 4 of us.
5.
6 of Hobson.
Don't be absurd. Hobson can't inherit the bulk of Father's estate.
The will is quite clear on that point. Finders, keepers, losers, weepers.
Well, what high school did you go to?
I can assure you, I have no interest in Mr. Pembroke's fortune. It was an honor enough to serve him for so many years.
Good man, Hobson.
Fighting for Father's money? This has to be the worst thing to happen to us since the expose in the New Yorker.
Oh, I don't know if I go that far.
Did you actually read it, Lorraine? It was brutal.
Indeed. It made a lot of us look like money-grubbing monsters.
Well, I, for one, won't indulge in Father's little games just because his readers like to solve mysteries. Doesn't mean that we have to.
Does that mean you're not going to look for the treasure, Gerald?
Yes, I'm going to look for something much more valuable. A lawyer who's going to contest all of this in court.
I'm afraid the will is airtight. I should know I wrote it myself.
Pop a crayon, no doubt.
Well, I do not have to stay here and let myself be insulted. I've done my duty, the rest is up to you.
Shall I show you a map?
No need, Hobson. I know the way, and I won't be back.
Well, that was rather abrupt.
Why are you looking at me? It's all Gerald's fault.
Hobson, I'll be on the telephone in the study. Make sure I am not disturbed.
Of course.
Treasure hunt? A fair idea.
Well, Russell, aren't you going to look for the treasure? You seem to be the primary money grubber around here.
I don't know. Why go through all the trouble looking for it? You could have someone find it for you and then take it from them when they find it.
You wouldn't.
You're right. That would be too much work, too.
Even if I had the inclination to look for Father's treasure, I don't have time to search through every single room in this house. I have Father's last book to edit.
And it's been so long since I've even stepped foot in this place. I wouldn't even know where to start.
I suppose Father's treasure will just stay here then, undiscovered.
I'm afraid so.
I could go for some cereal.
He's not going for cereal, is he?
Oh no, he's going to find the treasure. Well, good night, y'all. I'm going to put Grandma to bed.
I can take care of it.
It's quite all right, Hobson. I like to do it.
If it's fine with you, then, ma'am, I shall retire to my quarters.
Of course, Hobson. We'll see you in the morning. Well, come along, Grandma. It's time for bed.
But I don't want to go to bed.
Sure you do. You were sound asleep on the sofa just now.
Oh, that was the sofa? I thought it was jalopy. That way I kept getting jostled around.
Well, Abigail, are you ready to go look for the treasure?
You better believe it. Where do you think Grandfather might have hidden it?
I have no idea. But perhaps we should start in here. Maybe it's inside one of these knickknacks.
Maybe it is one of these knickknacks.
These tiny things? I don't think so. bottom. Listen to this. The treasure does not shine like jewels, nor does it gleam like gold. But if you wish to find a true occult heart, you must hold. Oh, look, he spelled heart wrong.
Where?
See? There. He spelled it H-A-R-T.
That's weird.
Indeed. I've changed my mind. Let's take these up to the guest room. I think we'll be staying a while.
Aren't you going to show the will to the rest of the family?
And give away our one advantage? I don't think so.
I thought they'd never leave. Now, let's approach this logically. There's 26 rooms in this house. In which room would my father have hidden the treasure? This room? No. It's too obvious. His bedroom? No. There's not enough hiding places in there. The library. There's a ton of hiding places in there.
Now, think, Judith. Father must have left a clue to a treasure in one of his books. But which book? The Boarding House Murders? No, he wrote the one years ago, long before he thought of any treasure. The Darkest Shadow? No, there weren't any hidden objects in that book. I've got it. The Mystery of Foggy Point. The killer hides the knife inside his pillow. That must be where Father hid the treasure. In his pillow.
Come on, Hobson. You knew Mr. Pembroke better than anyone. There's only one place he could have hidden the treasure, and that would be the... May I help you?
Look at this place, George. Isn't it just a dream?
Oh, it's more than a dream, Harriet. It's an absolute vision.
This is exactly how I pictured his house. You know, all ominous and spooky.
Spooky indeed. In fact, one might almost call it sinister or macabre.
Excuse me, is there someone you'd like to see?
Oh, yes. Baron Pembroke, please. We're his biggest fans.
You might say we're superbly steadfast super fans.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Pembroke is indisposed.
Oh, that's all right. We'll wait right here until he's disposed again.
Oh, no. Don't sit down.
Oh, but we must. Our feet are simply pounding.
They're a virtual symphony of pain.
All right, fine. He's dead.
Who's dead?
Mr. Byron Pembroke, the man you're waiting for.
Well, that was rather sudden.
Actually, it happened several days ago.
Oh, dear. And to think we never got to tell him how much his books meant to us. Isn't this tragic, George?
Oh, more than that. It's a genuine cataclysm of sorrow.
And now that you've made that point abundantly clear, I really must insist that you leave.
Oh, we can't leave.
What do you mean you can't?
Didn't you hear? The bridge is out.
Surely you were joking.
He doesn't believe me. George, dear, would you tell this nice servant about the bridge?
Oh, you should have seen it. It was a disaster of the highest magnitude.
Mr. Pembroke!
I thought he was dead.
What? Oh, that Mr. Pembroke is dead. I'm calling to the other Mr. Pembroke, the one who isn't dead.
Oh. Well, let him know we appreciate putting us up for the night. We simply couldn't go back to the village. With the roads washed out, the house is flooded, and everyone clamoring for shelter.
Clamoring for shelter?
Oh, yes, half the village should be looking for a place to stay tonight.
Are you suggesting that we shall soon be inundated with more interlopers?
I don't know about interlopers, but I'm sure you'll have plenty of people stopping by.
It will be a veritable crush of humanity.
Mr. Pembroke!
Of course, I suppose it is Mr. Pembroke's fault for buying a house on top of a bluff. But it's just so fitting, isn't it, George, for a mystery novelist to live somewhere so bleak?
I consider it the epitome of gloom.
Now, where could he be?
Jeeves. Is that your name, Mr. Jeeves?
It's Hobson, ma'am.
That's funny. You look more like a Jeeves. Would you mind bringing us a blanket and some hot tea? It's getting rather chilly in here.
A bona fide fortress of rigidity.
Oh, please, shut up.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Hobson, would you keep it down? Grandma's trying to sleep.
Grandmama's room is on the other side of the house,
Huh? Oh, yeah, she asked me to bring her a glass of water.
but you don't have a glass of water.
Well, no. I haven't been able to get it yet because I'll be yelling. Now, what were you going on about?
I'm very sorry, ma'am, but have you seen the master of the house?
No, excuse me. Who are these people?
They're fans of the late Byron Pembroke. They intend to stay the night.
Oh, no. They can't stay here. What if they find out about the Treasure?
With all due respect, ma'am, I thought you had no interest in the T-R-E-A-S-U-R-E.
I don't, but I certainly don't want them to find the T-R-E-A-S-U-R-E.
Isn't it cute, George? They're speaking in some sort of code.
It's been very nice meeting the two of you, but now you must allow Hobson to show you the door.
Oh, there's no need for that. We already saw it out there in the foyer. A very nice one, too.
A true portal of pulchritude.
Oh, Gerald!
As you can see, ma'am, I've already tried that method of approach. Unfortunately, it seems Mr. Gerald is indisposed.
Another one? Why, they're dropping like flies around here.
We have to find out.
I'll tell you what, you take that wing, I'll take this one.
Mr. Pembroke!
Hello, Gerald!
George, I don't know how we're going to get any sleep tonight with all this yelling going on.
You might almost say it's a cacophony of caterwauling.
The energy field is coming from right inside here. That's not what my meter's saying. Well, maybe you're reading your meter wrong. I'm not reading it wrong. I know perfectly well how to read an EMF meter.
Hey, Nori, you said I could use one of those meters?
Well, you can't use mine. Borrow Ida's.
I don't want to borrow Ida's. Hers is all wonky.
My meter's not wonky. It's perfectly fine. Oh, wait. It's on the wrong dial. Oh, that is a lot of energy.
Oh, look, George, those are those nice paranormal investigators we saw down in the village.
You must remain absolutely quiet. You'll disturb the energy field.
The EMF waves are very strong. Perhaps the strongest you've ever seen.
Oh, George, isn't this exciting?
It's a never-ending panoply of thrills.
Come on, Nora, I really want to use the meter.
Not now, Myrtle. I've locked on something. The presence of death is very strong here. Almost palpable.
Well, of course it is. Poor Mr. Pembroke passed away just a few days ago.
Well, I'm sorry, was Mr. Pembroke your father?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we were related at all.
Well, the vibrational component of its energy field is very high. That generally indicates violent death. Or maybe we should try to communicate with him.
Hold on, Nora. Extra-dimensional linguistics is my specialty, not yours.
I think I should like to communicate with Mr. Pembroke. What's he saying?
Help me. I'm burning. I'm burning.
Was Mr. Pembroke sent to the bad place?
No, sorry. That was my throat. It was just a little dry.
Are you going to tell us what the ghost is saying or not?
Fine. Let me check. Ah, yes. It says that he was murdered.
Murdered? Well, that was a surprise.
Does he say how he was murdered?
All the usual way. Somebody killed him.
I don't mean like that. Does he mention a murder weapon or anything?
I don't know. Let me check.
Hold on, I'm picking up something. I think it's the murder weapon. Can you tell us what it is? Hold on, I need to adjust the frequency gain. Ah, yes, there it is. I can see it clear as day. What is it? What is it? It appears to be an egg. An egg.
How can you kill somebody with an egg?
That's not the murder weapon. You look at the top of this guy's head. Oh. I was wondering why I was covered in dandruff.
George, did you kill Mr. Pembroke?
Of course not, my dearest. What conceivable motivation would I have to exterminate my most beloved novelist?
For the insurance money, of course.
The spirit's coming back around again.
Oh, really? Where is he?
Well, he appears to be right over there.
Ah! I can feel his cold breath in my face.
That's funny. I don't feel a thing.
Well, don't just sit there, George. Do something.
What precisely do you expect me to do, Harriet?
I don't know. Chase it away or something.
Shoo, vamos, depart.
George, you're completely useless.
The very paragon of pointlessness.
Well, he's coming back around again.
Ah.
Oh, great. The signal's fading. That's long enough, Myrtle. You can give me my meter back now.
No way. This is too much fun.
Did somebody call my name?
Why would I call your name? I don't even know who you are.
Well, I'm Gerald. Wait a minute, I don't have to tell you who I am. Who are you?
I'm Ida, and these are my colleagues Noah and Myrtle. We're pleased to meet you.
Well, it isn't pleased to meet you. This is private property. You need to leave now.
Oh, but we can't leave. The signal's too strong.
What signal?
The signal from the spirit world, of course.
We're ghost hunters.
Don't be ridiculous. Ghosts aren't real.
You're only saying that because you're not a ghost. Actually, we're detecting a lot of extra-dimensional activity.
The spectral bandwidth is very deep.
I agree. Something's getting pretty deep.
Okay, fine. If you don't want to see it, we'll pack up these really cool pieces of detective equipment and leave.
Wait, not so fast.
What's the matter?
Can you detect treasure with those things?
You mean like jewels? Or precious metals?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, no, never tried. I suppose it could work if we said the tunage I had no frequency.
And if the treasure was recently handled by the deceased.
Recently handled by the deceased? I got a job for you. Follow me.
I mean it, Myrtle. Give me my meter back. Now be very, very quiet. We don't want anyone to know what we're doing.
What was the verse again?
I think it went something like this. The treasure does not shine like jewels, nor does it gleam like gold. But if you wish to find it true, a cold heart you must hold.
I get the first part. What does cold heart mean?
Well, I suppose Father wants us to think clearly and rationally, like him. That's why I brought along this flashlight. If we hold it at a low enough angle, we can see where the dust was recently disturbed. That will help us find where the treasure's hidden. Russell, what are you doing here?
I can ask you the same thing.
Me? Oh, I must have been sleepwalking.
With a flashlight?
I wanted to see where I was going.
I'm so disappointed, you Pansy. You used to be way better at lying.
Can I ask you something?
More questions? You always prying into people's business when you're a kid. You should have become a reporter.
I can assure you I have no interest of any business of yours.
Then fire away.
What did Father die of?
I don't know, a heart attack or something.
You don't know?
Well, the coroner's report hasn't came out yet.
The coroner's report?
Yes, it's not things are done around here.
No. A coroner isn't called unless the person died under suspicious circumstances.
Well, there's nothing suspicious about an old man's death. He died the way he lived, typing away his typewriter.
Then why was the coroner called?
I don't know. Wait, did you hear that?
No.
It sounded like a large thump.
Ooh, maybe this place is haunted.
Trust me, Abigail, this place is the furthest from haunted.
I think I'm gonna investigate.
Oh, I got another question. Darn it.
What were you going to ask him?
I'll tell you later, but right now we've got some treasure hunting to do. Come on.
Wow, Snake, just look at this place.
I'm looking, Josie. I'm looking.
I ain't ever been in a place this fancy before.
You think this is fancy? Why, I've brought places that make this joint look like a garbage dump.
Well, sure, Snake. The traffic flow's kind of choppy, and these window treatments are so apt. But overall, it's a pretty nice place.
Now remember, everybody's probably in the basement hiding from the storm. So we gotta work fast. They can come upstairs any minute.
Sure thing, Snake.
What are you doing?
I'm taking a selfie for my Instagram account, of course.
What Instagram account?
At the Thieving Lives. I just launched it.
Why would you do a thing like that?
Gee whiz, Snake. You can't expect me to live off the money of breaking and entering alone. Now, can you?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm sensing a lot of negative energy over here.
You bet there's negative energy. If you post what you're seeing online, the cops are going to see it, and they'll know you stole it.
Don't worry about that. I figured out a way to prevent the cops from knowing who I am.
Oh yeah? How'd you do that?
I post under your name, of course.
Oh, great. Now they're going to arrest me.
Why would they do that? You didn't post nothing.
Just put the phone away, would you? We don't have much time.
Sure thing, Snake.
Now what are you doing?
What? I was gonna put this in my bag.
Don't waste your time with big stuff like that. These bags only hold about a gallon.
Why didn't you get bigger bags?
The bags are fine.
I would have gotten 2-gallon bags. Or 3-gallon bags. Those lawn and leaf bags hold at least that much.
Yeah, but you ever try to put sticks in them? They still rip.
Why would I want to steal a bunch of sticks?
You wouldn't. I'm just using that as an example.
Or 100-gallon bags. Imagine how much stuff we could steal with 100-gallon bags.
Look, I didn't have time to go traipsing all over town, checking out every bag store, all right? You're just going to use your smarts about what you steal.
Well, sure, Snake. But what's wrong with lamps?
Lamps are cheap. If you want to be a successful burglar, you're going to look for valuables like watches and jewelry, not lamps. Lamps are a dime a dozen.
Wow, Snake, you're right. That is cheap.
Yeah, now hurry up, would you? I don't want anyone bursting in on us.
This is Katie Wong with Eyewitness News.
Oh, jeez.
Cuts! What's the matter? The image is too dark. I need to adjust the lighting level.
Drew, what are you doing? It's called working miracles, honey. Your pores look like the craters of Jupiter.
Actually, Jupiter doesn't have any craters.
What, so now you're like Neil Armstrong or something?
Well, make it fast.
You can't rush miracles, honey.
In 3, 2, 1.
This is Katie Wong with Eyewitness News. I'm here at the scenes of floods, and I have to say, the devastation is truly heartbreaking. This house is just one of many abandoned by desperate residents seeking to escape the ravages of storm. The front door is left wide open.
Cut!
Drew, please, you're too close.
How far back do you expect me to work?
I don't know, just over there somewhere. Unbelievable.
It's still too dark. We're gonna need more light.
Drew, would you be a sweetheart and turn on that lamp over there?
You did not just ask that.
Aw, what's the matter? Don't know how to turn on a light?
Please, I'm an artist, not an electrician.
And I'm an award-winning journalist, but I guess I'll be the one to turn it on. Hey, what happened to the lamp?
Don't ask me, I'm not the award-winning journalist.
Never mind. I'm the lens cap on.
You've got to be kidding me.
No, really, I forgot to.
Okay, I believe you. Are we ready now?
Just give me a minute.
I'll give you 2 seconds.
And 1.
This is Katie Wong with Eyewitness News. I'm here at the scenes of floods, and the devastation is truly heartbreaking. This house is just one of many abandoned by desperate residents, seeking to escape the ravages of storm. The front door is left wide open, and there's not a single soul in sight.
Cut!
Alex, I swear, one more interruption, I'm going to send you back to covering toddler pageants.
Ooh, can I do those? I just love their little attitudes. They're so sassy.
I was right the first time. It's way too dark in here.
Your turn, Drew.
I do not get paid enough for this job. Ah! The lamp! It's alive! Nice to meet you.
Hey, look! There's another one over there.
Ah, welcome to our humble abode.
What were you doing over there?
I was just polishing the gargoyles.
Uh-huh. In the lampshade? A personal fashion statement?
Well, you need to get out of here. You're ruining our shot.
No, wait, I think I can use them.
Really?
Sure, we'll do a quick stand-up interview.
We really ought to get going.
Not a chance. This is real-life drama, an inspiring story of hope against insurmountable odds. The chance to bury those losers at Daily News Now.
3, 2, 1.
This is Katie Wong with Eyewitness News. I'm here with 2 survivors of a storm. I found them wandering the halls of this mansion in a daze. Their strength's weak, and their appearance sickly.
Oh, no, she always looks like that.
So, this is your home?
Oh, yeah. We've been living here for, how many years has it been, Snake?
A bunch.
Yeah, a whole bunch.
That's funny, because you don't look like you could afford a place like this.
You'd be surprised how much money we make in our line of work.
Really? And what is your line of work?
Asset redistribution.
You mean like finance?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's some of that involved.
So, what were you doing when the storm hit?
Oh, we was just up here casing the neighborhood, you know.
She means revaluing some of the fine real estate offerings in the area.
Uh-huh. And what did you discover?
That these bags don't hold a whole bunch of loot.
Should we know about these?
What are you doing in my house?
And that's our cue to leave.
Hi, I'm Katie Wong from Eyewitness News.
I know who you are. What I don't know is what you're doing in my house.
Your house? But these people said this was their house.
You mean the people that just snuck out?
Yes, those... Wait, what? Hey, you can't get away from us that easily!
Wait, I have to get my stuff together.
For heaven's sake, if I wanted to work with Sweat, I would have taken a job as an Olympic athlete.
I didn't give you permission to be here, you know.
Oh, Judith, you're still awake!
Of course I'm awake. How can you sleep when our home has been overrun with intruders?
Oh, Judith, I'm sure you're imagining things.
Hardly. I just saw them. There was an entire news team, a cameraman, a reporter, and some cheeky woman, and they were pursuing 2 homeless people.
That's quite interesting, Judith, but I was hoping you could answer a few questions for me.
I'll do what I can, Pansy, but you must understand that my nerves are frayed. Absolutely frayed.
I'll make it quick. Russell said something about a coroner being called.
Yeah. Apparently Father arranged that a few days before he died.
Why would he do a thing like that?
I don't know. Suppose he wanted to lend an air of mystery to his death for his fans, you know?
And how did Father look?
What, before he died?
No, after.
Ew, why would I want to see that?
I mean, most people want to say goodbye to their loved ones.
Not me. I prefer to remember Father the way he was before he died, full of his usual vigor.
So you never saw the body?
Oh no, Father made quite sure of that.
So who did see the body?
Oh, I suppose Lorraine did. She was the one that took care of all those pesky little arrangements for the funeral.
Yeah, sure, but what?
Listen, dear, I'd love to stay and answer your questions tonight, but I really must get to bed.
But I've
Good
got
night.
another question.
I said good night.
Well, that's peculiar.
What is, Mother?
Aunt Judith never saw the body. It's almost as if someone was trying to hide something.
Like what?
Well, like an unhealthy dose of cyanide in his bloodstream, or bruises on his neck from strangulation.
You think Grandfather was murdered?
Possibly. But what I don't understand is why it's taking so long to receive the coroner's report.
Maybe it was received, and someone destroyed it.
Oh, good thinking. We can go check for remnants of it in the trash.
Or ashes in the fireplace.
You know, you're gonna make a good detective someday.
What do you mean, someday?
Oh! Thank you so much, Hobson. I didn't think I was gonna last any longer.
How did you come to be locked in the closet, sir?
I was showing the ghost hunters around where Father kept all his valuables when all of a sudden the door shut behind me.
Ghost hunters? What ghost hunters?
But soft! What light through yonder window breaks? Is it the east? And Juliet is the dawn.
It's sun, not dawn. It is the east and Juliet is the sun.
You quote Shakespeare the way you like, and I'll quote Shakespeare the way I like.
No, you'll quote Shakespeare the way he likes. You can't just go changing his words like that.
He's been dead for 400 years. How is he going to stop me?
Did you find something?
Indeed, this place will make the ideal venue for our world premiere of Romeo and Juliet Part 2. Teen zombies in love.
I'm just agreeing with Wesley on that. This place is much better than that drafty old barn we were using.
Well, sure, but what about the people who live here? They might have something to say about us using their space.
My dear Devon, as leader of our happy troupe, surely you of all people know the cardinal rule of theater.
Turn off your cell phones?
No, the show must go on. Surely we can persuade the owners to let us their house for a night.
What would be the point? We don't have an audience anymore.
Yeah, they all ran out when the rain came pouring through the roof.
When you're performing the words of the immortal scribe, who needs an audience?
It's Bard, not Skype, and we need the audience. We still haven't paid these costumes yet.
What? Didn't you collect admission before the performance?
No, she didn't. Our brilliant director thought it would be a good idea to collect donations after we performed.
Was she present during our rehearsals?
Yes, but she slept through most of them.
I was not asleep. I was just closing my eyes so I could focus on the sound of your words.
Then why were you snoring?
My fellow thespians, let us not concern ourselves with trivial matters as an audience. These sofas and chairs here can be our audience.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna pay either.
Oh, this is wonderful.
See?
We can knock down that entire west wall, put up stadium seating, maybe add a rotating stage.
We're not making any changes to this place. We don't even own it.
So we can put it all back when we're done. The owners will never notice.
I must agree with Florence on that.
You know something, Ken? You'll agree with anybody who has a crazy and completely unworkable idea.
Yeah, maybe you should just be quiet.
I must agree with Caitlin on that.
Well, director, what do you propose we do?
I don't know, but we've got to scrape up some money, and fast. We can't afford another canceled performance.
We'll never find him, I just know it!
Don't lose hope, son. We're sure to find him if we just keep looking.
Yes, he ran away only a short time ago. He couldn't have gone far.
Can we help you, little boy?
Yes, ma'am. So Boxall went off in the storm. And gee whiz, we just can't find him.
Have you tried looking in the 1950s? Be nice, would you?
Please, folks, you must help us. Sir Barkslot means everything to our family.
We don't know what we'd do if he were gone for good. Oh gosh, he's just the goodest, most bestest boy ever.
Well, see, the problem is, we're busy right now. We just don't have time to help you look.
We'll pay a handsome reward.
What breed did you say he was?
He's a Mexican red leg.
Huh?
I've never heard of that breed before.
They're rare.
How big was he?
I'd say he was pretty large, wouldn't you, honey?
Oh, yes. For his size, he was extremely large.
When you say large, do you mean like Wesley over here or more like Caitlin?
What are you doing?
I'm doing what directors do. Testing your next production. Caitlin Summers' long lost dog.
Are you crazy? Nobody would believe I was a dog.
Caitlin. The essence of performing a role well is to lose yourself in the character. Believe you're a dog and everybody else will believe you're a dog too.
Indeed. I played the title role in The Hound of the Baskervilles for 3 years. Critics called my performance very loud and oddly alarming.
That's not helping.
Come on, Caitlin. We've got to do something to get that reward.
But I don't even look like a dog.
Oh, a little makeup can do wonders. A little fur here, a blackened nose there, and believe me, you're a dog.
Please, can't you help us? Please, can't you just help us find Sir Boxall?
I'm sure we can throw something together.
For heaven's sake, Caitlin, you nearly gave me a heart attack.
Indeed, what could possibly justify such an emotive reaction?
That boy has a giant spider on his leg. What? Right there, near your knee. Oh, it's horrible, just horrible.
Look, son, he was on your pant like this whole time.
Oh, Sir Boxall, you naughty boy.
Wait, Sir Barkslot's tarantula?
Yes, of course. What did you think he was?
Call me crazy, but I thought he was, a dog. Boy, that's dumb.
How could he be a dog? He's only this big.
Yeah, we get that. Uh-oh, looks like you've lost him again, son.
Where'd he go?
No, Wooly, he's not that venomous.
He's not doing anything to make him mad.
Maybe he went this
necessarily. At least now we know the coroner's report isn't in grandfather's bedroom or library.
Any other ideas where it could be?
We could check for remnants of it in the trash bins behind the house.
Ronnie, is that you?
Grandmama, what are you doing up?
I'm looking for Ronnie. Have you seen him?
Oh dear.
Who's Ronnie?
That was your grandmama's name for your grandfather. It's short for Byron.
I haven't seen him in such.
Doesn't she know he's...
I haven't seen him in such a long time.
Grandmama, Ronnie isn't here right now.
It was that woman, wasn't it? She took him away.
Woman? What woman?
She wouldn't let me see my Ronnie, and he was working so hard too.
Who are you talking about?
I banged and banged on the door. I knew he was in there, but she wouldn't let me see him.
He must have been in his study.
Go away, she said. Your Ronnie's gone. And then she closed her briefcase and left.
Briefcase?
She must be talking about the lawyer lady.
Grandmama, do you mean Lorraine? Was Lorraine in the study with Father?
Oh, I know. I'll never see him again. I'll never see him again.
Gosh, Grandma sounds really upset.
We ought to take her to bed. Here, you take one arm and I'll take the other.
Ronnie, dear Ronnie, where have you gone?
Don't worry, Grandmama. You'll feel better after a good night's sleep. I hope.
And here we have the famous Pembroke Mansion.
Ooh, I just love these tours. It's almost as if you can reach out and touch the place.
You can touch the place, Robert. We're inside of it.
Oh, that must be where everything looks so lifelike.
Excuse me, where's the gift shop?
There is no gift shop, ma'am.
What do you mean there's no gift shop?
I mean, this is a private home. We shouldn't have stopped here in the first place, but the front door was wide open, and the four of you threatened to hijack this bus and drive it off a cliff if you didn't get to see this house. So here we are.
Walter, did you hear what that young lady just said?
Yes, dear. I heard her.
She said there's no gift shop.
It's all right, dear. We have posters from the other places we visited.
But how will my friends know we visited Pembroke Mansion if I can't buy a Pembroke Mansion coaster?
I think they'll figure out by the thousands of pictures you show them.
If there aren't any other questions...
Wait, I have a question.
Of course you do.
Is that molded plaster or polyurethane?
I'm sorry, sir, but I have no idea.
Because it looks too shiny for plaster, but it's more detailed than you usually see with polyurethane.
Like I said, sir, I have no idea. Now, if you'd like to follow me...
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, please no.
Where are the restrooms?
Again, ma'am, this is a private home. None of the restrooms are available to us.
Well, that's rather poor planning on your part, isn't it?
I told you we should have gone to the other tour company.
Oh, but then we couldn't have stopped at any gift shops.
Oh, look, the bus driver is waving to us. Hold on, Abe. We'll be there in just a minute.
I saw some bushes along the side. Maybe you want to go there.
Or the bushes, roses, and lilacs?
And there he goes.
I'll be right back.
Let me know if you find the gift shop. I just refuse to believe there's no gift shop.
Is that your bus?
Sadly, yes.
Sorry, we had to ask him to move. He was blocking the driveway. He seemed glad to get out of here.
Who are you?
Who are we? 5, 6, 7, 8. We call ourselves the Cheerios. Don't put us to the test. We haven't lost the cheer up yet. We really are the best.
It's too bad Barbara wasn't here. She would have enjoyed this.
I'm so sorry, sir. Did your wife recently depart?
Yes, this was easy.
Oh my gosh, that's really sudden. Well, a part of me likes to think she's still here watching over us all.
No, she really needed to know.
Gee, I think you'd miss her more.
Hey girls, let's make up a cheer for her.
That's not necessary.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Barbara will be great. We miss she really was a peach. But no more than the Cheerios, our coolness you can't reach.
That was very touching. Wasn't it, Walter?
If you like that sort of thing.
How did they all know the cheer was going to be?
It's a Christmas miracle.
Christmas isn't for another 5 months.
Then it's a Christmas in July miracle.
I thought Christmas in July was in June. Did you find the gift shop?
No, but I found these nice landscaping rocks. Where are they?
You mean they're just giving them away?
I mean, I guess so. Nobody stopped me. Open. Here you go.
You wouldn't happen to have a nice extra seat in your bus, would you?
No, but we do have a cheer. 5, 6, 7, 8. Tourists want to ride with us, they ask us with a smile. But if we let them on our bus, it would really cramp our style.
You could have just said no.
I thought we'd never lose that guy.
I know, what an arrogant blowhard.
I'd still be bad about locking him in that closet. I mean, what if he never gets out?
This mansion, once a bastion of despair, is now a symbol of hope as dozens of wayward travelers find sanctuary within its walls.
Do you see him, Dad?
Not yet, son.
Oh, I sure do hope no one steps on him.
What are all of you doing in this house?
Hooray, we're saved.
In a surprising development, yet another mysterious figure lays claim to the estate.
Get out, all of you. This is private property.
Like a modern-day Scrooge, this woman is completely oblivious to the plight of unfortunate souls who found refuge in her home.
Oh, do shut up.
I sure hope Grandmama is able to. Lorraine?
Pansy, are these your friends invading the sanctity of our home?
Certainly not. And this isn't your home, Lorraine. It's mine.
And that makes 4 claimants to the...
I said shut it.
I'm surprised you returned after what you did. What I did. But I suppose it all makes sense away. You must have returned to get rid of some clue, a piece of evidence you left behind.
Clue? Evidence? Really, Pansy, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Really? Well then, perhaps you'd like to explain why my father died when he was still in perfect health. Why he requested a coroner to investigate his death days before he died. Why the coroner's report has been delayed, maybe even destroyed. And why only you ever saw the body.
Wait a minute, are you accusing me of murder?
Me? Of course not. It's the facts of the case that accuse you.
Well, I have a perfect alibi. I was in Chicago with Gerald when your father died.
What?
It's true, Pansy. We're negotiating a new contract with his publisher.
But,
So how about you, Pansy? Where's your alibi?
me? Well, I was in New York the night father died.
Can you prove that?
I can. She took me to the Metropolitan Opera. I still have the tickets.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the two of you snuck out early, traveled here incognito, snuck in through an open window, and strangled Byron in his sleep.
Now, Pansy, you do have unusually strong hands.
Well, what about you, Russell? You had the most to gain from father's death.
Pansy, don't go there.
Why not? Let's face it, you needed father's money just to survive.
It's true, Russell. You did seem unusually eager to read Father's will.
Oh, come on. It's our most obvious, Gerald. You're the most likely culprit. You knew Father was going to expose your embezzling and decided to get rid of him before he could expose you.
That's a lie. A bold-faced lie.
I don't know, Gerald. I'd believe Father before I believe you.
What about you, Judith?
What about me?
The culprit is always the person you least suspect, and that would be you.
But you're forgetting someone even less likely than me.
Who?
The butler!
It wasn't me!
I knew you'd all start fighting like the cold-blooded vipers you are.
You're right, Lorraine. We're behaving dreadfully.
We're behaving worse than dreadfully. We're behaving like children.
Hey!
Well, that's what happens to get money involved.
Oh, I wish father had never started this finders keepers game worth $84 million and it's somewhere in this house.
Yeah, what now?
$84 million in this house? For real?
Finders keepers?
I'm gonna fight it first.
Oh, no, you're not. I am.
It's a madhouse here at Pembroke Mansion, as the refugees have been given a chance of a lifetime. The chance to uncover a treasure worth $84 million. Wait, what? Hey, that treasure is mine!
You had to open your big mouth.
Sorry.
I still don't understand where all these people came from.
We already told you, Gerald. There was a storm in the village, the streets got flooded, and the bridge collapsed.
Well, don't they have anywhere else to go?
Not without snorkels, they don't.
Well, the police are certainly taking a very long time to get here.
They can't help everyone, you know. I'm sure they have plenty to do already with the storm.
Well, these people are robbing us blind and right under our noses, too.
Some of them even robbing us above our noses.
Well, maybe the police would be more responsive if you hadn't called them every time you thought someone was breaking into the house.
Well, you have to admit, those girls look very suspicious. Some of them even came up to their front door.
Those girls were Girl Scouts. They were selling cookies.
Well, if the police won't come, then we're going to have to get rid of the intruders ourselves. Because one of them is bound to find the treasure before we do.
Alright, then get rid of them.
Fine, I will. Hey there, you boy! Don't you know this is private property?
Who, me, sir?
Yes, you! Don't you know this is private property?
Well, sure, but if we lost $84 million,
Well, that's our $84 million.
we'll not be fine it first.
That attitude gets you nowhere, young man!
See?
You've been surprisingly mum during this conversation, Pansy. Don't you have anything to say?
No, not really.
Anyone call the police? No. Yes, but those worthless bumps will never show up.
Hey, boss, I think he's calling us bums.
I think you're right, Kowalski, and I'm your partner, not your boss.
Officers! Officers! Oh, I didn't mean you, of course. I meant those other bums. The bums that never showed up.
Maybe you should just sit
You're
down.
probably right.
I'm Officer Morales.
He's Officer Morales. I'm Officer Kowalski.
I understand there's been a break-in here.
You can call that.
What were your first signs anybody had broken in? Any signs of forced entry or unusual footprints in the yard?
Ooh, I bet it was Bigfoot. What do you think, boss, huh? What do you think?
I think you talk too much, Kowalski. And remember, I'm your partner, not your boss.
Actually, the first time of breaking was the Ram Horse traders currently occupying our house.
And how many people would you estimate that to be?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Hey, stop moving around back there. It's making it hard to count.
Wait, you mean some of the intruders are still here?
No, I mean all the intruders are still here.
Oh, we thought you were having a party, a really bad party.
Even a bad part would be more fun than this.
Well, have you tried to get rid of them?
Oh, we tried, officer.
Well, why didn't they leave?
I don't know, maybe because the object worth $84 million is hidden in the house, and I'll hope to find it first.
Did you say $84 million?
Yep, it's the entire fortune left by our father.
The old fool decided to make a game out of it, rather demented if you ask me.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What did you say this object looks like?
Oh, we didn't actually.
It could be anything.
It could be a very rare book, or jewels perhaps.
You ever seen anything like this, Kowalski?
Well, there was that one episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No, I meant in real life.
Then no.
Then you're gonna have to investigate.
What do you mean investigate?
You know, dust for fingerprints, collect DNA samples.
Ooh, can we do a suspect lineup? I just love guessing games.
What did I tell you about talking too much?
Sorry.
You're going to look for the treasure, aren't you?
No, not at all. Of course, if we happen to stumble across it, we'd have to take it in.
For evidence, of course.
Well, aren't you gonna get rid of the intruders?
Oh, these people walking around?
Yes, the intruders!
Well, yeah, we could do that, but then the question becomes, what do we do with them? Because we only have room in the car for a couple of perps.
And besides, we've only got one pair of handcuffs.
That's because he lost the other pair.
Hey, can I help if that lousy magician lost them?
Oh, for heaven's sake, can't you call for backup?
What? And have some other cops find the treasure? Evidence? That wouldn't be professional.
Yeah, we gotta be professional.
Hey, Kowalski, I think I see some evidence over there.
Does it look like $84 million, partner?
I don't know yet, and I'm not your partner anymore, I'm your boss.
I was wrong. This isn't the worst thing to happen to us since the expose in the New Yorker. It's 100 times worse!
You don't really believe that, do you, Gerald?
Well, this has ruined any comfort or prosperity for the Pembrokes. The expose merely ruined our reputations.
It's funny you should say that.
Why?
Because I wrote that expose.
What?
You mean you're not some bubble-headed socialite?
Oh no, that's just a character I created. A role I play in order to get access to high society. I'm actually an investigative reporter. I've been one for 12 years.
And I'm going to be one too.
This is ridiculous!
This is contemptible.
This is hilarious.
Why would you do this to us?
I didn't do anything to you.
You made us look like money-grubbing monsters.
Well, aren't you?
Not all the time.
Only on days that end in Y.
Well, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you needed to see yourself the way others see you.
You mean the way you see us, Pansy.
And Father, he saw you that way too.
Yes, well, Father became rather prickly in his later years. I wouldn't believe everything he said.
But earlier you said to believe Father before you believed us.
Well, don't believe everything I said either.
Hobson!
What do you want Hobson for?
What else? To throw this backstabber onto the street.
Oh, now, Gerald, you don't want to do that?
Why?
Because she's still our sister?
Oh, please. She gave up any claim of their relationship when she wrote that stupid expose.
Well, think of Father then. He wouldn't want her thrown out on the street either.
Well, he's gone now. Any other reasons, Judith?
Now, Gerald, kicking Pansy would look pretty bad in expose.
Fine. You can stay the night. But first thing tomorrow, you're gone.
Trust me, the morning can't come soon enough.
Betraying your family to the press?
We really are quite disappointed in you, Pansy.
Don't be upset, sister. We all have our flaws.
And what's mine? Insensitivity? Selflessness?
No, it's honesty. It rarely pays.
Gosh, I didn't think they'd take it so hard. Do you think I went overboard?
Well, I read the expose, Mother. It was pretty rough.
But I never meant to hurt them. I just wanted to wake them up a little bit.
Oh, they're awake all right. They couldn't be more awake if they chugged a pot of dark roast.
This must be the Pembroke's residence.
Can I help you?
Not at all, my child. Serena is here to help you.
Help? I don't need any help.
Your heart says that you do.
You know what's in my heart?
Serena knows all.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe any of it.
Here, sit beside me on the divan.
I thought that was called a sofa.
Divan, sofa, they're just words. Meaningless vibrations in air.
Well, we find them pretty useful.
What do you want?
The question is not what I want. The question is, what do you want?
Excuse me?
Dig deep within yourself. What is it that you most desire in the world?
I'm sorry, but you just barged into my family's house and think I'll confide in you?
Yeah, you need to talk to somebody. I can tell. And you can trust me, I promise. Now, what is it that you most desire in the world?
Well, there's father's treasure, $84 million in somewhere in this house.
A mere trifle. Come now, child, dig deeper.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Well, I suppose all I really wanted was to be accepted by my family. I've always been a black sheep just because I ventured out into the world and followed my own path. Nobody ever accepted me for me, not even father.
That isn't it.
It isn't?
No, there's another secret. One that acts as a wall between you and the rest of your family. Dig deeper. What is it?
I don't know. I can't think.
Don't think, just feel.
Oh, Mother, maybe she means the verse.
You're right, Abigail, that's it.
What verse?
My father's will included a 4-line verse that hinted at the location of the treasure.
And you chose to withhold this from your family?
Yes. But I wanted to keep the treasure for myself, and Abigail too, of course. But we just couldn't figure out what it meant.
Maybe if the whole family worked together, we could.
And be united and last in harmony.
Wow, thank you, Serena. I feel so much better.
Of course you do.
No, I mean it. I've never felt so relaxed and, well, peaceful before. You really are a great psychic.
Who? Me? I'm not a psychic.
You're not?
No. I'm Serena Roberts of Living Your Best Life Now.
Ooh.
I was just in the... Thank you. My brochure! I was just in the neighborhood and thought you might be interested in my introductory workshop. It's only $750.
Get out.
I could give it to you for $650.
She said get out.
Fine. I'll let you think about it for a few days and I'll be in touch. Now, which way did you say that treasure was?
Get out!
This is not your best life, you know. $750. Wow.
Well, I guess it's true what they say. Everybody's selling something.
She was right about one thing, though.
What's that?
If we're ever going to be a family, a real family that cares for each other and loves for each other, then I'm going to have to share the verse with them.
And the treasure, too?
Of course.
But you've always said they drive you crazy.
They do, but it wasn't until today that I realized how crazy I must drive them as well.
Gee, Mother, are you feeling all right?
To tell you the truth, Abby, I've never felt better. Daryl, Judith, Russell, come here.
What do you want, Pansy? I thought we made it clear. We don't want to talk to you right now.
Oh, but I have something you'll definitely want to hear.
Oh, you decided to leave the house right now?
That you're going to publicly retract the expose?
They're actually quite rich. You give us all your money?
No, no, and no. But Russell came the closest. I think I might know where Father's treasure's hidden.
Pansy, we've been scouring the house for hours now, and we are no closer to finding the treasure than we were when Lorraine read the will.
As much as I hate to say it, I have to agree. There's no point in searching any longer.
Oh, but we haven't yet begun to search.
Don't be ridiculous.
What do you mean, Pansy?
Just this. Lorraine didn't read the entire will.
Don't be ridiculous.
Indeed, we were all there. She read the entire document.
Did she, though?
If you think any of us are going to fall for this ploy...
I have proof right here.
What is that?
Is that the will?
See for yourself.
No, you can't read that until after probate.
Sue me! Wait, that's not the best thing to say to a shifty lawyer.
Pansy's right. There's something at the bottom of the will.
It's a verse.
A quatrain, to be precise.
Well, go on, Russell, read it.
No, I'm warning you.
This treasure is not shine like a jewel, nor is it gleam like gold. But if you wish to find true, a cold heart you must hold.
A cold heart you must hold.
What is that supposed to mean?
That's what we've got to figure out. Oh, and he misspelled heart.
You're right, he spelled it H-A-R-T.
Well, it's not like hard to misspell words.
Don't you see? He didn't misspell heart at all. He spelled it H-A-R-T, as in a male red deer.
How do you know that?
Because I read books, Russell. I read books.
Oh, yeah, I've heard those.
Well, what does it mean by a cold heart you must hold?
It can mean like cold, like in winter, like in snowy woods.
So what does that refer to?
Well, the painting. It shows a male red deer in the snow.
Wait a minute, I've never seen that before.
That's because Father bought it right before he died.
And that's it. The treasure isn't gold or jewels. It's a painting. An $84 million painting.
I knew I should have learned how to paint.
Get it down, Russell.
But be careful, we don't want to damage it.
Loosen your tongue, tie folks! Where is this treasure they speak of?
I have no idea. My name is
What's in a name or rose by any other is no treasure is strong?
It's sweet. Not strong. Sweet.
Would everyone stop correcting me?
No.
Oops.
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 I'll give you oops.
The painting! It's ruined!
$84 million down the drain.
How can you be so careless, Hobson?
Do you mean to say that the painting is the treasure?
Well, it was the treasure.
It's completely worthless now.
Maybe not.
What do you mean?
The verse said, a cold heart you must hold.
Yeah, so?
The treasure isn't the painting. It's inside of it.
What is that?
See this. So, it's a stock certificate for 2 million shares.
Well, that's worth $84 million, all right.
We should have known it would be stock. Father was too level-headed to invest his entire fortune in something as easy to destroy as a painting.
Well, you did it. You found the treasure.
No, we all found the treasure.
What do you mean?
Well, my mother first discovered the verse, and Judith knew that heart referred to a male red deer. Uncle Russell knew that the cold meant snow. Uncle Gerald traced both of those back to the painting, and I figured out the rest.
What are you saying?
I think Grandfather wanted it this way. He didn't want one of us to find the treasure. He wanted us all to work through our differences so we could find it together. That's why he bought exactly 2 million shares of stock, so we could split it equally among us.
Well, I have to admit, $500,000 is a nice little nest egg.
400,000, you mean?
What are you talking about?
Well, Mother and I both played a part, so we both get an equal share.
Come on, Russell. You've got to admit it's only fair.
You're a very manipulative girl, you know that.
I tried.
I like it.
And so, it's a happy ending here at Pembroke Mansion as the most dysfunctional family.
Get out!
You know, I think we should wrap this up back at the studio.
Well, that solves one mystery, but we still got an even bigger mystery to solve.
And what's that?
Father's dead. He appeared to be in perfect condition when he died. Lorraine was the only one to see his body, and we still haven't received the coroner's report.
There's actually a very good reason for that.
So you did kill him?
No, not at all.
Then who did?
Nobody! Mr. Pembroke!
Old man!
Pansy, aren't you happy to see me?
Of course, Father, but the last time we talked...
We shared some harsh words.
Yes.
That's one of the nice things about dying. It makes all things in life just seem so trivial.
You're not angry?
You're my daughter. I'd never be angry. At least not for long.
Oh, Father.
So you're telling me you weren't dead this entire time?
No, son, I faked it.
But why?
Isn't it obvious? To bring you all together. To make you realize how much you need each other. To make you a family again.
Were you in on this, Lorraine?
Of course. Your father needed someone to find the body and have it taken away. Then he needed someone to order the coroner's report. Unfortunately, that got delayed. Then he needed someone to plan the funeral. Closed casket, of course. Who better than his trusted friend and advisor?
I just never dreamed you all would find the treasure so quickly.
Well, we would have found it sooner if Lorraine had read the riddle to us.
Blame your father. He wanted to see if one of you would keep the information to yourself as a test.
And I failed it.
It only took you a few hours, Pansy. You told them eventually, and that's what matters.
Well, how do you know we needed each other? How do you know one of us wouldn't just find on our own?
I could, not for sure. But I've always known that each of you has your different strengths and abilities. Pansy is inquisitive, so she was most likely trying to riddle in the first place. Judith knows words. Russell thinks outside the box. And you, Gerald, are very observant. All I need to do is create a riddle that would require all of those strengths. The one thing I didn't expect is that it would take someone with a firm grasp of logic to tie it all together.
What can I say? It was a piece of cake.
But, Father, those words you wrote in the will, they hurt us deeply.
Please forgive an old novelist for one last piece of fiction.
See, I told you I was an embezzler.
So you didn't read what you wrote?
Well, there may have been a grain of truth in some of it, but you're my children. I'm proud of each and every one of you.
Even me, Father?
Especially you.
Pansy, oh please, what has she ever done to be proud of?
Come on, investigative reporter, warrior for justice, defender of truth. Her words for the bigger impact on the world than my silly little stories.
But I kept my career secret. How did you find out?
You're my daughter. I would know your writing anywhere.
Then why didn't you say something?
Why ain't you? You're the one hiding the secret, not me.
Well, I suppose you disowned me after I wrote that expose.
That little thing. I get harsh reviews every time I publish a new book.
Well, Father, you certainly outwitted us all, but I'm glad you're alive.
Here.
Yes, indeed.
Oh gosh, someone needs to tell the news to Grandmama.
Don't worry, she already knows.
Well, you didn't we?
Wild be hornswoggled.
You didn't know I used to be an actress, did you?
We knew that. We know you're so lucid.
Listen, little boy, I'll be long kicking way after you moved on.
That's the grandma I've been
Should we celebrate?
This calls for a celebration.
It certainly does. But let's make it tomorrow. It's exhausting coming back from the dead. Excuse me? Who are these people?
That, I'm afraid, is a very long story.
So, does this mean the treasure's been found?
Yes, we all found it.
Oh, well that's disappointing.
It is more than disappointing. It is the quintessence of catastrophe.
I don't understand. Aren't you happy your favorite author's alive? He is? Where? Right here. Oh, no, you can't fool us. Baron Pembroke's a much younger man.
See?
How old are those books?
Wait, so you're alive?
I am now.
But does it make any sense? Earlier when we were scanning the room, we picked up a high vibrational energy.
And the ghost even said that he was murdered.
Oh, that must have been Josiah.
Josiah?
Yes, Josiah Mad. M-A-D-D-E. He's the man that built this house.
1794. Didn't you calibrate the meter to know how old the ghost was? I couldn't. That dial was on the fritz. I think you're on the fritz.
Who are all these people, Hobson?
Shall I get rid of them, sir?
Don't bother. I'm going back to the hotel. Flood or not, this truly is a madhouse.
You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Byron. Hey, Byron. some major congratulations are in order. When I call your name, what we'd like you to do is take a big bow. See and a cheery. Mary Downey. Sabrina Cayley. Jackson Woodward. Lise McDonald. George Carvello. Anya Rickard. Asher Siswick. Charlotte Dowd. Miguel Superficial. Kiara Pereira. Kayla Supay. Melissa Silva. Natalia Berganca. Ishu Ramesh. Eva Thomas. Alice Reddick. Rena Henya. Sam LeGrand. Olivia Romano. Amanda Hinkle. Kanan Shua. Muriel Nolan. Jacqueline Woodward. O'Sheen Ricard. Rhea Catino. Ernesto Nagole. Caroline DeMeo. Jason Ocasio. Roman Woodward. Nicholas Dutra. Amanda Hinkle. Sasha Labrinchna. Sophia Perrine. Thomas Zawatsky. Kieran Kelly. Angela Paul Ailey. Cameron Deschamps. Kelly Kumpavong. And now for our stage crew. For our stage managers, Francesca Thompson and Gabriel Ryder. Stage manager, Cameron Deschamps. Tickets program design, Miguel Superficial, Asher Siswick, Joey Kavalchin, and Sam Kumpavong. Costumes, Ishu Ramesh, Rhea Catino, Gianna Gallerani, Emily Sabrizio. Sound, we have Krista Begenda. Eden Moise. Poster design, Isabella DeFreitas and Ellie Kumpavong. Props and backdrops, we have a few people. Ayla Sullivan, Angelina Cobb, Ellie Kumpavong, Sabrina Kelly, Mary Downey, Eden Moise, Isabella DeFreitas. And makeup, Olivia Barrows, Anya Rickard, Ishu Ramesh, Izzy Leap, Ellie Slavin. And we also have some special thanks to some special adults in the audience. Facilities, Deacon Fred and Francisco Nieves. Also Ruben Vargas, Mrs. Wardica, Miss Gowdy, and Miss Infantino.